Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette and this is my channel Evolve with Monette. I am so happy to have you here with me today. I'll introduce myself. I'm a professional, intuitive empath, as well as a chef, an author, and an all-around life pathery, creative, artist, all that jazz. And now that we know a little bit about each other, I want to get right into the topic today, which is a reading for our sweet water sign Cancers. Okay, so first things first, Cancer, since this is our first reading, this is going to be for Cancer Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be your 2020 overview and intuitive reading using cards, various cards, for the year of 2020. I understand that we're already 1 month into 2020, but when it occurred to me to do this, it was just about a couple weeks ago, and there has sure been a lot going on, some of which we'll get to right now. So, for those of you who are not familiar with my style of reading, I work with angels. I also utilize my intuition and cards or tools, and sometimes no tools. I will say, Cancer, that I've got very specific guidance for you. I'm just going to flash these cards up here so that you are familiar. I always like to get you to the cards here. So I use some major, this is just a major arcana deck, laminated and old as Bethesda. I've had this deck for many, many years, and it's one of my favorite. I used it so much that I had to laminate it because I knew that if I didn't, that what would happen is that I would 100% wear it out and then I wouldn't have it anymore, and that would devastate me. So I had to laminate that. I will also be using the Sacred Rebel deck. Now, this is a signifier card. We're going to pull this deck, and I am going to read out of the book. Oh, the book. Yes, we're going to read out of the book because I think it's very meaty and it's a very important message for you to hear. I feel like what happens usually with these readings is our angels will tie up the reading back to what we talked about here. So that's why it's interesting to me, but always a fascinating journey. I also am going to be pulling, because you guys are super in touch with your feminine side, from Daughters of the Moon. I use different decks for every reading. Here's Daughters of the Moon, just so that you're familiar, okay? So this is Daughters of the Moon deck, just so you can see. And it's a beautiful, very in touch with ladies deck. The ladies. I was just listening to Ariana Grande, your fellow Cancerian sister. I want it, I got it. And I heard that we will be talking about what things you want to get in this year. Seven Rings is a song, if you are not familiar with it. It has, about 600 million views. You might have heard it once or twice on the radio. I would highly suggest, for whatever reason, I was led to use that as the other signifier. Music is a huge part of my readings. Hearing music or hearing the energy that people are sending me regarding music, I definitely tap into that when I'm doing readings as well. So that's something you may want to go take a listen to and see what it is that you would like to create. We're also going to be pulling one angel card, and we have one coming here. Actually, they just told me to pull two. I'm going to start shuffling and get into this for you guys for this month. All right. Here is the angel card, and we're going to go back to that. Angel therapy. Angel therapy. Okay. So, let's see what comes up here, guys. I also want to pray us in. All right. We're going to ask all of the angels to come in and guide us so that I can give Cancer what they need, so that I can dig deep and provide them with information that will be helpful for their year and the guidance that they may need to make the right decisions and changes as this year comes. My little Tibetan bowl here, guys. And so it is. All right. Clearing some energy and some space, we now will get started. First things first, guys, let me just talk to you while I'm shuffling. Some of the stuff that came up for you this year has to do with boundaries. It has to do with boundaries and also accumulating your wealth. Cancer folks, we love, and I am not a Cancer, but I say you guys very much love the energy of being in a position of financial abundance and power. What I'm hearing is it's one of the things, and that flash you're seeing aren't orbs, guys. I've had people say that in the comments. It is just these very shiny cards, okay? um, What I'm hearing for you is that the abundance and creating of things, we have some cards popping out here for you. So I'm just going to start to flash them up as they come up. Ah, celebration, celebrate. And we have the Fool. We're ready for some new beginnings here as well when this comes up. We have some abundance things, some abundance themes that come up for you guys. They're asking you, how bad do you want the thing you say you want? Because they say that there has been moments of petulant energy. Here we go with the conflict. So this is about maybe not feeling as empowered as you want to feel, or maybe wanting to take your ball and go home. Let me just see what else comes up for you here, guys. All right. And there we are again with the balance. All right. So we're going to come back in and I'm going to explain these as we go through. We already have a few. I'm going to pick out a few more and we're going to get into this reading. It's really important for you guys this year to kind of, it's not so much that you need to release the control. They're actually saying that you're wanting to harness more control and that you're finding the life that you're living to be really frustrating if you're not in the kind of control that you anticipate that you should be in for yourself. And that's what I think is really of note for you guys this year. This is not about you. A lot of other signs had readings where they were dealing with things regarding finances. I literally, you watched me, guys. I didn't look. I just wanted to see where we are. Fantastic card, by the way, but very much supporting the energy that's coming up here for you guys. It's so much about money. Everybody else had stuff that was dealing with their relationships and boundaries here come up again, but this is about your financial boundaries and about what you're wanting to create. You have this really wonderful aspect. I love this card for you guys. Strength. This is our Daughters of the Moon card. I told you they were ultra feminine, y'all. I don't know if I'm allowed to show that on YouTube, so I'm just flashing it real quick and we're going to take it down. But it is the card of strength. It is a major arcana card. They said pull another one from this deck. I usually just pull one from Daughters of the Moon, but you guys, you water spirits, you need this energy. So we're going to do this, okay? Oh, I love this for you. The Lovers. All right. Well, they're very risque today, y'all, but we're going to get into it and see what is going on. All right. Get my cards out of the way and get into... Oh, I forgot one, y'all. Let's get into this. The signifier. Okay. Let's see. Conscious connections. Ah, so interesting, as this mirrors very much the card of the Lovers. So let's see where they're going to be taking us in this reading. All right, Cancers. First thing that comes up for you is we're going to go through the cards that we pulled first, and it's all about what growth you're ready to have, what abundance you're ready to build. The thing about it this year for you is that there is a heavy focus on how you move forward in this life with the energies of being financially in tune. You guys have an opportunity to rein in your finances and to maximize them in a way that feels like you, for the first time in a long time, have a really big handle. These other cards that are coming up about relationship mean that your finances are inextricably linked to partnership, and that may be a worry for you because it feels like I don't trust relinquishing my power in that way to partner, and I very much view relinquishing of power with money. Some of you Cancerian ladies watching have made vows to yourself about independence, and so they talk about you taking a look at your surroundings, especially as a child, and feeling very particular that you would not be in that situation. So you made a vow to yourself that you would be financially independent. So when I was listening to Ariana and she was saying, I want it, I got it, I need it, I have it, that is your mantra for the year, guys. Sorry that this reading, it started off a little slow, but here we go. Here we go. That is your mantra for the year. They're asking you to create the things that you want. They're asking you to balance not only the scales, but to understand that you have every right to come into alignment with your financial energy, and that is a sign of health. So often when we're dealing with finances, we think that it's just a matter of what's coming in. But the way that I have learned it to be able to enhance what's going on with my own finances is that we are utilizing money as energy, and so it's about an energy exchange. Some Cancerian ladies watching, specifically for the ladies right now, they're talking about you not knowing your worth. One of the things that comes up to me is a book. I think it's by Mika Brzezinski and one of her aides that worked with her for many years. And I think it's about knowing your worth. And while to me, the energy of this, they're saying not that you need to get this book, but that you need to adopt the mentality. And I think they just flashed the book in front of me so that I could understand exactly what I needed to convey to you. The thing about this here that I find particularly interesting is that with this card, you have the ability to have really delicious choices before you regarding how you want to live your life and how you want to really come into a place of balance. This ability is going to be something that stays with you for the rest of the year. You're playing with future possibilities here, and you get an opportunity to kind of enjoy what is available to you. And they're talking about you mixing maybe oppositional ideas to make new combinations. This is an opportunity for innovation. This is an opportunity for excitement, for balance, for performing. So my artistic Cancerians, you guys have a chance to really tap into an energy here that is going to bring you into an alignment. And I love this for you because what it means is that you can connect your art, your gift, with your finances. All right, there's another message here because we had the lovers. Woohoo! I love this for you. This is so Cancerian, especially this card. This one right here. I love it. They are saying to you that those delicious possibilities are not just limited to the ways that you can manage your finances. Your angels are saying that you will find yourself in the throes of feelings. Feelings, nothing more than feelings this year. And let me explain what that means to you. Specifically for you Cancers that this is applicable to, there will be some love triangled energy. There is also an opportunity to interact and have some mirrored uh, twin flame energy. I have a video here that I will link above regarding soulmates, twin flames, and life partners. So I want you to understand what that means. If I say you're having a twin flame opportunity for experience, it does not mean that this person is in your life forever. It means that this person will be on some level mirroring to you. Specifically, if we're dealing with twin flames, they will be mirroring to you aspects of your personality that you need to either work on or embrace. Okay, so that is very much how this comes up to me just on the visual. I will go into the full read of that as that is a signifier that will close up the reading today. I love this for you because they're saying that with this you learn new things about yourself, you learn new skill sets, you learn new ways of coping, you learn new ways of being, you feel more deeply connected, you are more intuitive, you feel like, oh, this is why I incarnated here, this is why I came. That is the magic that happens for you as you traverse this year. We are ready to leave behind a way of being. When this card comes up, we're ready to move on to new vistas and take on new challenges, but we don't feel trepidation about it. This is the way, okay, they're saying it's cruise mentality. So if you've ever been on a cruise, you know how you feel when you're getting closer and closer to that cruise date and you start to plan and you start to be excited and you start to think about it and you think, I cannot wait to move forward. I'm packing my bags. I bought a new swimsuit. This is the energy that you have for your life this year, guys. And what I think is so amazing is that even though the last couple years especially feel like it's been a lot of work, they said especially with the conjunction we have with the beginning of the year conjunction regarding Pluto and Capricorn and Saturn, that all going on, even though for a lot of people it's like, oh, it feels cataclysmic for you guys because Capricorn and Cancer are very well aspected. The energy is supportive. That Earth definitely is needed. You water that earth energy and you're able to make something grow. You will have to work diligently this year, though, in order to manifest the things that you would like to see fully come to fruition. This is not a time to rest on your laurels or to be like, wow, she said I want it, I got it, and the Wheel of Fortune came up, and the card of celebration and triumph came up, so that must mean all I need to do is sit back and rest on my laurels. No, you gotta work. This year, this is about tilling the soil for you, and that is again with your finances. That is about you moving forward into a way where you can get to the celebratory aspect, where you are feeling jubilant and triumphant, but it is something that happens because you have been conscientiously crafting, creating, and manifesting. So that's the work that you guys have to do this year. It is not so much that I can say in March, you're going to be doing this. I will be doing follow-up zodiac readings where you can actually kind of see which moons, the suns, which eclipses are going to be affecting you throughout the year. I will also link that above. But what I want you, or link this video into that one when it is completed, just so you understand. But what I want you to understand is that there is great financial abundance that wants to come in for you. This is also about your life taking a turn. Taking a turn for the better. That's why we have this card here. We're taking a turn for the better. We're moving forward in a way. Because here's the thing about the Wheel of Fortune. In life, we have an opportunity to be on all points of the wheel. Sometimes it feels like we're under it, being crushed and cast aside. Sometimes it feels like we are here and it's like, okay, I'm coming up for air. And sometimes we crest the top of this wheel. This card is about so many things. I am not saying you're winning the lottery, though this card is often associated with that. But what it does mean is that you have the opportunity and you have the wind at your back. Let us not forget that. The wind at your back so that you can move forward, and you can move forward with a bold purpose, knowing that literally if you put in just this much effort, the universe will repay you in enormous dividends. And that is what this card is about. The card of strength, I'm going to censor her. I really don't want to censor her, guys. I'm not at all about censorship, let me tell you. I'm going to censor her just so that YouTube doesn't have a fit. The card of strength. For those of you that can handle uncensored, there you go. The card of strength. This is about you standing firm, but also using that feminine and divine water energy that you Cancerians are famous for to beguile the energy or the people in your life with charm. This is an opportunity for you to dig deep into a very charming and balanced self. I'm not asking you to be demure or subservient, but they're saying that the beast in your life are not to be feared, but instead to be challenged, to be part of your pack. I want you to notice that she's walking ahead here. She's ahead and she's leading this lion. And what I want you to remember, if you guys recall Cesar Millan, who taught us all about dog energy and the pack and how that happens, there are situations in your life that can feel like they're walking you. And your angels want you to understand that you have everything within your energy to beguile and to charm a situation into turning around. But it's not by brute force. She is not grabbing him and she's not hitting him over the head with the spear. She is lovingly stroking him and bringing him along. Some of you Cancers are nodding right now. You're saying, oh, I get it. I get it. Now, this will definitely pertain to some of these relationship issues that are going on in your life, especially if you're dealing with strong alpha energy. It doesn't have to be male. If it's a female-to-female relationship or a male-to-female relationship or a male-to-male relationship, this is about you tapping into your feminine side no matter who or what is listening and being able to dive deep so that you can extract what you need to extract so that you can go forward. That will lead you to triumph. That feels like for this year, you will get exactly where you need to go, but it's going to be by charm. And you have opportunities not only to feel a little bit seen by the universe, but to feel like you're blessed in a deep, rich way. There's a renewed sense of gratitude for life, too. There's this feeling, and this is where we come into our angel cards, where you're being reminded of the circle of life. Again, the Wheel of Fortune here. The circle of life I'm hearing it in my head. It's the circle of life. Hello from Heaven was one of the cards that we pulled from you here. And essentially Hello from Heaven literally says your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of the worries and feel their blessings. I am not having any messages about loved ones particularly coming through. That doesn't mean that some of you watching may not have had loved ones who have passed and that has affected you, or who are not dealing with, as the most recent passing that we had regarding Kobe Bryant, that affected all of us, interestingly enough. I'll be making a follow-up video on that. But what I will say is that this hello from heaven means that, remember when I said the wind is at your back? I always say we are helped by ancestors and angels alike. Well, this is ancestral help. This is people you may have never met that are looking into your life and taking a peek and saying, you know what? He or she has the ability to manifest something I could have never have dreamed. And I'm going to do everything I can on this side to let them know that they are supported, loved, and embraced. There's a few of you guys here that particularly resonates with. You are supported, you are loved, and you are embraced, and you are being guided forward on your path. That is hello from heaven. Angel therapy. This is Archangel Raphael, who is saying, give your cares and worries to the angels and allow us to take your burdens. I love this card for you because as a Cancer, you guys are prone to ridiculous bouts of anxiety and overthinking. You can get lost in that, and what it will turn into for you guys, I've noticed with some of my clients, is depression. So, okay, the depression, they talk about this too, manifesting in a bipolar form, even though that is different than a standard diagnosis of depression. I have to disclaim, I am not a doctor. I cannot give you any technical or medical advice. But what I can tell you that they just literally stopped me in my tracks and they said, forgive yourself for needing help. Forgive yourself for feeling vulnerable or inadequate because the imbalance, they're so good. The imbalances that you feel as we are coming into a place of balance, the imbalances that you feel are not completely about you. This is something else going on outside of yourself. They even asked me to bring my energy down and they said, lean into getting the help and the service that you need, because when you do that, you really do have the ability to capitalize and manifest on some of these more lovely cards and these lovely energies that come up. You want something to celebrate, celebrate loving yourself. Oh, Cancers, this especially comes up for you as you hit your new year, which happens at your birthday. Whatever issues are being dredged up, because we had some eclipses happening at the beginning, we're moving through the rest of the year. They will be affecting you. They said deal with it head on. Do not run from yourself, your addictions, your ability to escape. You guys are brilliant at escaping. You're brilliant at not really being held accountable by others if you really don't want to be. And that's why Cancers, you guys are the ones that need to hold yourself accountable. You'll have help from heaven, help from ancestors, but what they want you to do is help yourself. All right, guys, we're going to get into the signifier card. It's a beautiful year for you, a year filled with love. I love this Lover's card for you, but this is also about choosing to love yourself. This is about choosing to love yourself, your energy, choosing to honor yourself, especially for those that may need medication for emotional stabilization and balancing. They're saying, do you love yourself enough to stay on the regimen? Do you love yourself enough to push your doctor into finding a medication that works right for you? Do you love yourself enough to not give up when you start to feel like maybe this isn't working? Do you love yourself enough to spend time with yourself this year in meditation or speaking out a couple of prayers whenever you feel overwhelmed? Loving yourself. Let's see how they bring it all home, guys. Conscious connections. What I love about these cards is that they are meaty. This is a full meal. I always want these readings to be like 15 minutes, and then they always end up being 30, and I have a feeling that this book is why. Also, could have something to do with me. Could have something to do with how much I'm talking. Okay. I love this for you because our angels are freaking amazing, y'all. And oh, I'm just having a moment here because I just love what they do. Remember we said that there is an opportunity for loving yourself, loving others. There's going to be some lovely flirty energy, some delicious options that are coming in. There's a call for more intimacy in your life when this card of conscious connections comes up. Remember we talked about twin flame as we began the reading? There's a call for more intimacy in your intimate relationships. There's an opening for a heart to heart communication that can salvage and restore a broken relationship or friendship. It's so funny. I was just last night at a medical facility, and the nurse that I was interacting with was a paramedic who happened to be a cancer. And I can't go anywhere without it just turning into a full reading session. So I started saying things to her, and she was like, "Oh my goodness, you were right." And then we started talking about relationships, and she was telling me about how her best friends and her are like glue. And I was telling her cancer relationships are hard to break because you guys cherish and value that. And if you have a bestie, you have a bestie. And if anyone interlopes, it's a no ma'am and no sir. You guys do not like interlopers. So it's so funny that I had that very cancer. This is actually the reason that I did this reading today, because I am always waiting to be guided as to who to do next. There will never be an order. Sorry guys, you're dealing with a true artist here. There'll never be an order as to how this goes. I truly empathetically listen to what I'm supposed to do, and I take my cues from the universe. So each month, let's just roll the dice and see. But yesterday, your Cancerian energy came through, and I was like, got it. Cancers are next. Okay, back to the card. There's an opening for a heart to heart communication that can salvage and restore a broken relationship or friendship. If you're willing to honor your differences and look at what unites you, sometimes it can be hard to bear the differences in one another. One person may be willing to live life in high definition, whilst the other may prefer to live it more vicariously until they have confidence to step onto the center stage of their own life story. We're not here to judge one another, Cancers, though Cancers, you guys are quite astute at judgments. I will say, we are not here to judge one another, just to love and to be loved, and to let go of those who cannot accept us as we open up to those who can. Powerful lesson there about release in order to have love and connection with friendship, lovers, and other energy that is right for you. So, this oracle brings you guidance for you to trust the sanctity of the connections in your life. If you've asked to experience a more sacred or loving connection, guys, which obviously this has come up for you, then they're saying that life is ready to play with you rather than it being at odds against you. This oracle is confirmation that the manifestation is on its way to you now. It may not be obvious, but at first, kindred spirits are going to enter your life and help you connect with your deeper feelings and creativity. They will give wings to your inspirational ideas and big dreams. Guys, I love it when they do this. I get goosebumps every time they do this. Do you remember us talking about twin flames and them mirroring something that you need to enhance or release? That is specifically what this is talking about. If you've been asking for healing in your current friendships or other immediate relationships, know that this can happen through your willingness to express your true feelings and allow the situation to either fall apart or come together, enhancing or releasing. Okay? According to the greater workings of life, sometimes webs that have joined people together. Ah, here is this a very webbed kind of thing, right? Sometimes webs that have joined people together are broken, and that it is appropriate that people may outgrow what they once held together and in common. Sometimes the ties that bind us together are so strong that they are able to withstand a great deal of pressure and still remain intact. Cherish those friendships that remain intact. It reminds me of a Girl Scout song I used to sing at the beginning of each of my troop meetings. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other is gold. If these friendships can remain intact, the webs of connection between you will sever or sustain based on the higher wisdom of life itself. Either way, healing happens in the resolution of our feelings, and we are once again able to feel free and to forgive and be ready to move on to the next stage of relating, either with a person who has been in connection with us for some time or someone delicious and new. That's what this was about, guys. This oracle asks you to remain open to healing connections and to allow people to be close to you. Trust in the process that draws people in and out of your life, and resist nothing, but seek wisdom in all. Cancers, I love that for you. You guys are a sign that I associate with cozy nights in, with a loved one, total Netflix and chill energy, and you deserve that. But some of you ladies watching, ladies again, they're just so hammering that, are dealing with friendships that have broken or feel like they're teetering on the edge of break. And they said, We can intervene, your angels say, but we're going to make you take a look at it over the next couple months to see if you need or want intervention. Do you want it because it's nostalgic? Do you want to keep this thing? Or is it serving you? Because sometimes things, we vibrate out of each other's energy if the relationship is no longer serving our highest good. If it cannot help us to evolve, we cannot take part. Guys, I am so grateful that you guys even gave this video a watch. I'm so happy to share some energy with you. A very juicy reading for cancers. I'm just drawn right here, right now, to this beautiful rose quartz. I would highly recommend you guys seek out some rose quartz this year, because this is going to be about fine-tuning your love relationship with money, your love relationship with lovers, and your relationship with friendships. High emphasis on the friendships and interpersonal relationships. So I want you to find some rose quartz. And I have this piece that is, a bit concave and very smooth, and I have pieces that are jagged. Just depends on what kind of energy work I'm doing around love. This will be very helpful for you, ladies and gentlemen. I am so glad that we got to share some energy today, and I want you to come back and join me next time, and we will continue to evolve together.